on. Hey guys, welcome to 5 for Design this week. I'm Miss B.
And I'm Glennie D.
I'm so sorry I missed you last week. I was off on a mountain biking adventure and boy did I have a good time. So good to have holidays. So I hope you've all had great holidays and that you have been back designing with Glennie D last week. And what are we going to be doing this week, Glennie D?
This week we're working on something really fundamental. We're giving you some more practice at drawing cubes and cylinders because this is not a cube, but it started off as a cube and then it got stretched. So just like many sports involve you running and throwing a ball, well, with drawing and designing, the fundamentals are a cube and a cylinder, Miss B.
Yeah, I've got to say, I really love my mascara. I think it's a cylinder. There's so many things if you think about cubes and cylinders in everyday products. In fact, it'd be a really good treasure hunt to do, wouldn't it? Like a scavenger hunt to find...
That's a great idea, Miss B. Yeah.
Anyway, that's another time. Let's not go on a scavenger hunt right now. Let's get into this week's 5 for Design. And something that I do want to share with everyone is that this week is getting harder. And that's okay. Right? It's okay that you find this hard. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It means that you're getting a challenge out of it. And so we just say, keep trying and keep practicing. And you can do this freehand or you can use your Splat.
3D tool.
Yeah, so your Splat 3D tool. So
Yeah.
if you're feeling like you need a little bit more practice, you might want to go back to your Splat or start with your Splat if you're finding it difficult. Or if you're finding it easier, then we're going to give you the freehand challenge. So have a great week, everyone. I can't wait to see what you do.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's get started.
Week 8 lessons. Here's a look ahead at the week's activities. We'll be drawing vertical cylinders, horizontal cylinders, isometric angle cylinders, then we'll be joining cylinders to cubes. That's a really fundamental skill, which allows us to draw a camera in 3D. Let's go old school. Friday Fun Challenge, we'll be drawing cubes, cylinders, and then in groups, cutting them out and pasting them stack, stack, stack. I can't wait. Let's get started. Day 1. Let's warm up by tracing around and around and around the ellipse. Just trace lightly. Then let's try drawing half an ellipse at the bottom. Try several times and then try drawing a full ellipse and see which you find easier. The full ellipse means you'll need to grab your eraser and take off the part that's hidden. Cool, now we'll draw in the sides and we have our first cylinder, a vertical cylinder. Notice the two little dots on your page. That's to help you draw a center line right through the cylinder. This line is called the long axis of an ellipse. It's like the axis of symmetry for an ellipse. So we're working backwards. Let's imagine there's nothing on the page and we draw a center line first. Next, we decide how high we want our cylinder. So we draw one axis and then another one. That's how high or long you want your cylinder. So on the first axis, long axis, we draw an ellipse and then a second. Which leaves us now to join the sides, and there's our cylinder. We should be drawing really lightly. And if so, now I'm going to try to tidy it up a little more with my dark or firm line. Let's finish with the sides. And there's a vertical cylinder. We did it. What can we make using this cylinder? What about a salt shaker? Next, let's pretend for a second that we're drawing with no help at all. First, we draw a center line. Next, we'd put a mark somewhere on that line where we want our ellipse to be, and we draw our long axis. A few marks show me how wide I'm planning to draw the ellipse. Then I'd go ahead and draw in the ellipse. See how you go. Finally, I'm drawing another ellipse on the inside. That's like a hole. So for the bottom, we need to decide how long we want the cylinder, and then we draw the half at the bottom. Great, so drawing the sides, hopefully you've drawn that nice and lightly, and that allows you to darken it in and tidy it up. Cool. So notice there's 2 more dots that we can use to draw a center line. We are totally on our own here. Let's draw our 2 long axes. Plan how wide we want to draw our ellipses. There's some marks. Now I'm going to draw my first full ellipse, but on the second one, the second axis further down here, I'm going to draw just half an ellipse. That saves me a little bit of erasing. So draw in your sides. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit rough, because remember, we get a chance to tidy it up with our firm lines. Excellent. Can't wait to see that. What can we draw using this cylinder? How about one of those weird mirrors that bends the reflection of the viewer? This is how it looks drawing a vertical cylinder using the Splat 3D tool. That's the lesson for today. Great, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Glennie D. Bye for now.